Tzu Chi volunteers distribute daily use items to flooding survivors in Fujian Province, China. Early-stage breast cancer detection through mammography and self-exams increase survival rate.
I'm Sean Scanlan. This is DaAi Headlines. In the beginning of July, Fujian Province was devastated by heavy rainfall. It was so serious that 12 towns were submerged. Fujian Tzu Chi volunteers went to evaluate conditions, afterwards purchasing daily supplies for flood survivors.
It started to rain again on the day of distribution, but Tzu Chi volunteers continue with their plan and pray for a good distribution.
I was praying very sincerely because I hope our distribution today can go perfectly. I hope the villagers will not suffer anymore. I really feel heartbroken for them.
After they arrived at the venue, a local government official also leads everyone to unload the goods.
All I can say is thank you very much.
You brought at a moment's notice things the survivors think about, use, and need. The good deeds that Tzu Chi volunteers do are something we, the local officials, should learn.
The volunteers noticed the survivors' needs, so they decided to give 20 daily goods, except for the blankets and clothes that are prepared by the volunteers in Fuding and Fuzhou. They buy the rest in Shunchang.
We pray that in the coming year you'll have a good harvest. You will not worry about any more disasters. You'll be able to live happily, blissfully, and harmoniously.
The volunteers send out best wishes on behalf of Master Zhenyan, but some villagers are still trapped in the depression of losing everything. Li Zhulong was crying, but the volunteers keep console her. Eventually, she breaks into a smile and decides to be a volunteer.
Now I'm helping him by carrying his stuff, so I'm quite happy about it.
The merciless disaster destroyed everything the farmers have worked hard to have, but they also sense the volunteers' love.
We'll always remember your care. We'll remember it forever.
During summer vacation, a group of students from Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology went to Turkey to participate in a distribution and visit refugee families. They also went to the Menahil School to mingle and play with Syrian refugee school children. Students from Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology traveled to Turkey, spreading compassion to this foreign land. The Menahil School teaches more than 2,000 Syrian refugee children. Being far from their native land, they are living abroad. Many hope their hearts can be calm and they can regain hope to spread their wings again. There are nearly 1,000 households on this roster which need to be checked to distribute either a stored value card or cash.
There are 4 different distributions from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. That is to say, each distribution takes 2 hours. There are 2 in the morning for 600 households and another 600 households. This is 1,200 stored value cards. And in the afternoon, there are 2 distributions. One is for 733 households with special hardships, and one for part-time workers.
Students from the Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology are at the event, hugging and sharing compassion.
Well, we may not be related by blood. When we come here, we give them the subsidy and a very warm hug. It's like we're part of a big family.
Young people are quite nimble and quick and easily prepare the stored value cards and cash. Working diligently and with compassion, the work goes quite quickly. Later, they participate in home visits. A father supports his daughter. who can barely sit up. She had a fall and has lost her ability to speak.
Every day they improve master. Yeah, because you give her courage.
This family of 8 are very poor but are not bitter as they hold on to their love. Another Syrian family has an 11-year-old son suffering from leukemia and has been paired with his sister as they wait a transplant. These students from TCUST visit each family and bring them hope and joy as they struggle through this difficult period of their life.
Students from Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University went to Busan, Korea. They were welcomed by local students as both groups exchanged cultural experiences. Later, they visited a nursing home and learned to use drones. Let's take a look.
They welcome visitors with the traditional Korean monk's dance. However, what attracts the young people is the street dance performance, which has been specially choreographed. Yangyun High School in Busan welcomes students from Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University. These students also perform a sign language song. The students from the two schools make traditional fans and conduct science experiments together. This student exchange program was made possible because of the efforts of Korea Tzu Chi volunteers Pu Dongxie and Yan Shuling.
Some people say that spreading seeds of Tzu Chi in Korea is similar to planting seeds on cement. I felt sad hearing that. However, not before long, I started to tell them that we have a lot of children of Tzu Chi here. So when you come here, I told you, with you, we are not alone.
This international exchange program also taught students to use drones.
As a result of globalization, bees decreased. Without bees, there would not be spread of pollen. Now we use drones to replace bees.
Although the exchange lasted for a short period of time, we formed good affinities. I hope the students will bring back the beautiful memories.
Starting with the preparation work, we've communicated with them many times. If it was not because of their support, our team could hardly make it.
The students could have hands-on experience using the large drones. The students benefit from a variety of classes during this exchange program.
2 years ago, Tzu Chi began building a church in Canoa, Ecuador. After a powerful earthquake struck, recently the reconstruction was completed and an opening ceremony was held. At the event, one of the engineers who participated in the reconstruction proposed to his girlfriend.
The opening ceremony for the church has been truly momentous and brought us great joy. Also, there were so many people coming from so far away.
I'm Mercedes' mother. My daughter invited me to attend the inaugural ceremony.
She told us that the opening ceremony of the reconstructed church was going to be held on July 13th. I feel very thankful to God because He gave us our daughter.
I want to express big thanks to the Tzu Chi Foundation as well as to Dharma Master Zheng Yan's kind heart. She made it possible for this beautiful reconstruction to take place. Something wonderful happened today because one of our engineers, Julian, proposed to his girlfriend.
At the opening ceremony, I took 3 minutes to propose to my girlfriend. I decided to have the wedding here. It would be the first official wedding after the reconstruction of the church. And in fact, this church is far more than just a project. Lots and lots of heart was put in here.
todavía no lo puedo.
I still can't believe it. I was frozen and didn't know what to do.
No sabía qué hacer.
Breast cancer has the highest mortality rate amongst cancers affecting women in Taiwan. However, with early-stage breast cancer treatment, the survival rate is quite good and could be as high as 95%. Through mammography and self-examination, breast cancer can be detected early, effectively reducing breast cancer mortality. According to the statistics from the Ministry of Health and Welfare, the incidence of breast cancer in Taiwan is close to 70%. Every year, there are more than 10,000 people diagnosed with the illness. This is equivalent to about 31 women per day. Breast cancer is the most common women's cancer. The peak age for cancer is between 45 and 55 and 10 years earlier than Western women. Mammography is currently proven to be the most effective way to reduce breast cancer mortality. Screening tools to prevent breast cancer include low-dose X-rays with the breast squeezed during examination, which may cause some minor discomfort but can detect breast calcification or microscopic tumors and find asymptomatic zero-stage breast cancer or precancerous lesions.
To diagnose, of course, we need a biopsy. Generally, we will do the core puncture, the so-called thick needle puncture. Then we examine the pathology to determine the diagnosis of this breast cancer.
The female breast is composed of skin, fat, breast gland, and fibrous tissue. If the breast cells produce abnormal division and reproduction, malignant tumors may form.
For those 45 to 69 years old, our National Health Insurance Bureau offers mammography. If there is a family history, those 40 years old can start mammography screening.
Physicians also recommend women do self-examination every month after their period. And for those in menopause or pregnant women should choose a day each month and use their 3 fingers to check their breast.
3 fingers, index finger, middle finger, and ring finger need to press and examine the breast. One also needs to press a little bit on the nipple to see if there is any secretion.
Breast cancer usually has no symptoms in the early stage, but as the tumor grows, there may be cases of unexplained breast mass or secretion, nipple depression, breast-shaped change, or lymphatic swelling. If abnormalities are found, they should be examined by a specialist immediately. Treatment is the best way to prevent breast cancer. Asian women are more conservative, may be more prone to delaying breast cancer surgery and other treatments. Some may miss the golden treatment period for treating this cancer. Now, a combination of Western medicine and traditional Chinese medicine can improve the cure rate and improve quality of life.
There is vomiting, and the main thing is that diarrhea can cause me to be very weak, as I can't eat anything. Sometimes I really can't sleep at all, but my white blood cell has dropped below 2,000. So how can I do chemotherapy?
In general, breast cancer patients often suffer from side effects such as nausea, vomiting, peripheral nerve palsy, fatigue, and insomnia during chemotherapy.
The side effects of chemotherapy are what make patients feel the most uncomfortable. Some Western medicine can reduce these side effects, and there are traditional Chinese medicine practitioners who work as a team and can help.
Fortunately, the TCM consultation has alleviated the side effects of chemotherapy. Through consultation, checking one's pulse, body condition, and symptoms, Western medicine treatment and test data can be combined with traditional Chinese medicine and acupressure to alleviate various side effects during treatment.
After chemotherapy, white blood cells and red blood cells will be affected along with low platelets. We use traditional Chinese medicine to restore the qi and blood. When taking electrotherapy, patients may have localized redness, heat, pain, and dry mouth. TCM practitioners can treat this.
I think Western medicine has an immediate therapeutic effect. I merged TCM and Western medicine, which is more acceptable to my body.
Through the combination of Chinese and Western medicine, such as acupuncture, one can slow down the side effects of cancer treatment and help improve immunity. This can help prevent breast cancer recurrence and metastasis, allowing patients to have a better quality of life and recover their health more quickly. Patients with rare diseases often have limitations in their physical functions. From youth to adulthood, they need to be cared for by their families. When they grow up, they also face employment problems. For this reason, an employment program helps physically and mentally challenged individuals and their families, allowing them to become financially independent.
真的谢谢社会各界的关爱。
In 2005, Kaohsiung's three Zhang brothers were a Taiwan version of Lorenzo's Oil as they were diagnosed with ALD. Their parents couldn't stand to see them wither away as they raised 74 million NT dollars and brought three brothers to the United States for a bone marrow transplant.
祈求诸佛菩萨，让我的孩子能够平安、健康的长大。
Later, when the Zhang's second child passed away and the transplant wasn't made, some questioned the use of these funds. For this reason, the Zhang family made a donation to the National Taiwan University Hospital's Rare Disease Foundation. While they gave back the funds and the two sons have recovered, there's still a little sadness.
I'm a neurotic mother who often listens to his breathing in the middle of the night. I don't know which day he'll stop breathing. It's like this, so I listen to his breath every day. Sometimes I wake up and worry he's not breathing.
Deng Huijuan's child, who just graduated from elementary school, was born with Pomp's disease, which involves hypertrophy of the heart. Without immediate treatment, he will have heart failure. When he grows up, he will have difficulty breathing and sleep, including muscle weakness.
When growing up, I used to joke that I was his crutch. When we were slowly getting older, we're actually developing some joint pains. So we're slowly getting rid of this support and trying to replace it with another aid.
While some parents want their children to grow up strong and successful, the parents of physically challenged children simply want them to live a healthy life. They even have to worry about them when they become adults. This person who weaves bracelets, Chen Huiping, suffers from the rare multiple pterygoid syndrome, which includes bone and skin abnormalities. She has been in the market for 2 years. She graduated from Mingdao and worked in wedding photography, though her long commute was too taxing.
I worked for 6 years, and every day I have to commute back and forth. It was hard, and because of this constant travel, I didn't feel well, as I can't do it every day traveling back and forth.
I really didn't care if she worked. When she went out, she would take a taxi, and one time she was hit and taken to the emergency room. I rushed to the hospital and also had to go to work. Later, I just said work at home where it is safer and you don't have to go out.
Her mother, who gave birth to Huiping, chose to look after her health. Though she has never done business before, she's learning how to attract customers and promote products, which is something new to her.
I just follow my mother. Mom will tell me what to do when I encounter this kind of thing. How do I receive customers? In fact, every time I set up a stall, it feels like I'm doing it for the first time.
We do this to get here out of the house and interacting with others. You can't stay at home all day. You have to interact with people.
Those with physical disabilities and their family can receive help through a special counseling and employment program. This gives Huiping employment opportunities which match her skills to help her become more self-sufficient.
弥补现有的。
We hope to present in these special factories which may make the same thing, though every physically or mentally challenged individual may not have the same skills. Our patients may have different skills depending on their illnesses or even different interests.
发展的东西是不一样，甚至他的兴趣也不一样。
Different from the operation mode of a typical factory, this type of employment model hopes to break through challenges to find hope.
那目前从2007
Currently from 2007 till now, we have promoted and assisted nearly 30 patients, including making doll figurines, clothes, or above-mentioned bracelets. Additionally, some make dumplings or other things. The response has been very good because I think Taiwanese people are actually very caring.
它是一种磷矿石，全部都是真的。
By relying on one's own strength, physically challenged people like Hui Ping are able to overcome appearances and bravely face all of their challenges in life. Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology established an academy for elderly people with dementia. It's the first one in Taiwan to be established at a college. It has also been approved as a community service location with free classes from Monday to Friday.
The people driven to school are not children but elders.
一片片这5片，5样数字，5个不一样的。
Upon receiving the teacher's instructions, the elders perform a task, which is to search for leaves on campus. This is an academy established by Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology for elderly people with dementia. It has also been approved by the Hualien County Health Bureau as a community service location.
We hope through these social interactions and dynamic and static activities for brain activation, this can help delay their mental degradation.
The academy provides free classes for elderly people who have been diagnosed with mild and moderate dementia. Each patient also has a communication book that records their daily mental, emotional, and eating status, as well as their medication usage.
I usually fall asleep when I watch TV at home. It then becomes the TV set is watching me. I brought my wife to come here and take a walk outside. With an environment like this, it helps to train our brains so that they won't deteriorate so soon.
Classes are held every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Interns from the departments of nursing can also seize the chance to learn long-term care.
Coming here, everyone can exchange opinions with each other and learn together. This is a great help to the elderly.
Since there are more people accompanying my mom here, she has been both physically and mentally stimulated. I feel that she's very happy and sometimes she does not want to go home. As she takes classes here, we can do our own things and we feel a lot easier.
Through these classes, the elders can revitalize their brains, while the students can gain more practical care experience, and family members can also take a break, providing comprehensive resources for dementia care.
U.S. Tzu Chi Headquarters Mobile Food Pantry visit an elementary school in Huntington Park. We will leave you with this. Goodbye.